What is going on, everybody? It is endmuser, aka Aeronite, and we are here with another kind of news video, I guess. Just some random news, some of it from today, and just some other game chatter that I thought would be fun to talk about and see what you guys thought as well. We'll jump right in. Of course, today, it's what, March 29th? Yes. We got what we were expecting. We were expecting some PlayStation news on their basically Game Pass equivalent that we've been waiting to hear about for quite some time now. So we're gonna start there. I got a few things lined up, and hope to hear you guys' feedback on any of these and your thoughts and anything else you want to chat about. So we're looking forward to chatting with you about this stuff, and drop stuff in the comments if you want to hear us talk about anything else or play anything else for that matter. Let's start with PlayStation Plus. So this is on the official PlayStation blog. All new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 plus games and more value than ever, they say. So let's just take a glance at this. We'll jump in here. Of course, this is from President and CEO Jim Ryan. Since launching PlayStation Plus in 2010, SIE has been at the forefront of innovation with game subscription services. We're thrilled to be the first console membership service that included a refreshed library of games through PlayStation Plus, and also launched the first console game streaming service with PlayStation Now. I don't think I ever, unless it was for some sort of free trial or something, I never tried PlayStation Now. I say that, but as I say it, I feel like maybe there was a brief moment I did, but not anything substantial. Curious if you guys did use PlayStation Now, how that experience was, at least up to this point. He goes on to say, today we are pleased to share with you official news about changes coming to our subscription services. This June, we're bringing together PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, which is what we kind of expected would be the case, in an all-new PlayStation Plus subscription service that provides more choice to customers across 3 membership tiers globally. Our focus is on providing high-quality, curated content with a diverse portfolio of games. Asterisk. Below is an overview of the 3 membership tiers. All right, let's get into the tiers here. I was watching Last Stand Media, Colin Moriarty on there. I think it was a couple weeks ago. He was saying, like, it seems like they would have went with the trophy names, silver, gold, and platinum. But then one of the co-hosts on there made a point that gold obviously might kind of be a little bit of a catch with obviously Xbox Live Gold, even though you don't hear that as much these days with Game Pass being so popular. But nonetheless, they did not go that route. They went with these names. So PlayStation Plus Essential. The benefits provides the same benefits that PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, online multiplayer access, and there are no changes for existing PlayStation Plus members. So I was curious, because of course we have PlayStation Plus. I was curious, how they could do this and how they would likely want to do this so that they wouldn't feel like it was affecting the current subscribers. If they didn't want to do anything, like us, for example, and many of you, obviously, if you didn't want to do anything and you still wanted the same services, this seems like the best bet here. You're going to get the same thing, you're going to pay the same thing, and just leave it alone for your own subscription if you don't want it to change at all. So that makes sense. Moving on, we've got, and that's $9.99 a month in the US and so on. So PlayStation Plus Extra. I'm not certain on these names. Essential, Extra, and Premium. So they work. Anyways, benefits of PlayStation Plus Extra tier. Provides all the benefits from the Essential tier. Adds a catalog of up to 400, with gotta love the asterisks, of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the Extra tier are downloadable for play. Okay, so that works. It's $14.99 a month, so just a $5 increase there. Let's see here. Must be an image there I'm trying to highlight. Oh, no, there we go. PlayStation Plus Premium. Of course, you get all the benefits of the Essential and Extra tiers. It adds 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via the cloud streaming, a catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and downloadable options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations, offers cloud streaming access, for original PlayStation, PS2, PSP, and PS4 games offered in the extra and premium tiers in markets, specific markets, I think they go on to say down here, where PlayStation Now is currently available. Customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles and PC. Time-limited game trials will also be offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. So that's $17.99 a month. These prices, I mean, they're good. I don't know what I was expecting. I know with Game Pass, I mean, it's an unbelievable value that you get with Game Pass. It's usually something we ask for holidays, Christmas, birthdays, just to keep the membership going. But I mean, Game Pass Ultimate isn't cheap. Nor, I mean, should it be really? I mean, it's incredible value, but I mean, when you go to back in the day, I say back in the day, you can still do it, but when you get that annual subscription with PS Plus or just Xbox Live Gold, that 50 or 60 didn't seem too bad, but now, when you get Ultimate, it's a decent amount of money you got to think about spending. Again, I mean, the value is there, but it's just, a choice you got to make if you want that or not. So, curious what you guys think on these tiers. We're curious, where you land. Are you going to stay just where you're at on the Essential? Are you going to kind of bump it up? Obviously, we're going to want to see some lineups of games. And, if we're going to get Sony games, if there's going to be any third-party games sprinkled in there, clearly Xbox is way ahead on this, naturally. And Game Pass is just, there's been some articles come out on VGC, which I've mentioned before, and what Microsoft does and pays possibly to get some of these games on Game Pass. It's just interesting business structure going on behind the scenes and business deals. But so we'll see. PlayStation, it's got some work to do to catch up. That's for sure. Especially it seems as though this is going to be the model going forward. The on-demand Netflix streaming style game accessibility, I guess you could say. So he goes on to say the new extra and premium tiers represent a major evolution for PlayStation Plus. With these tiers, our key focus is to ensure that the hundreds of games we offer will include the best quality content that sets us apart. At launch, we plan to include titles such as Death Stranding, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, which we have not played Miles Morales yet. Would like to get to that at some point. Mortal Kombat 11 and Returnal. I heard good things about Returnal as well. We're working closely with our imaginative developers from PlayStation Studios and third party, which is kind of what we just talked about, to include some of the best gaming experiences available with a library that will be regularly refreshed. More details to come on the games we'll have on our new PlayStation Plus service. So, it's all a matter of delivery with this. They've got to deliver with it, obviously, for it to be successful. And, time will tell on that. So, when the new PlayStation Plus service launches, PlayStation Now will transition to the new PlayStation Plus offering and will no longer be available as a standalone service. PlayStation Now customers can migrate over to PlayStation Plus Premium with no increase to their current subscription fees. Okay, so it's the equivalent of Premium then. All right, so it's a massive launch effort. They go on to say, we don't have to read all of this, but they're going to do a regional phased approach starting in Asia markets and then North America, Europe, and so on. And, going on with a little bit of other info here, just kind of general chatter, but they say we're providing an early look at our new PlayStation Plus subscription service today, and we'll plan to share more information with you as the launch gets closer. Stay tuned. At first, when I read this, I took that as like maybe we'll see a video on their YouTube channel or something, posted on their blog, of course, but I guess they were just referencing what they had previously just said in this article. I was thinking we might get a little sneak peek of what it'll look like, but that's likely going to be later. So this is the initial announcement. I have their YouTube channel pulled up here just to make sure, but there's nothing that I know of as far as anything else released on this right now. So with that said, anyways, that's kind of a summary of it. We will likely just hang tight, and our essential package. No changes, just to kind of see how it pans out. Again, curious. We're curious what you guys plan to do with this. We've got a little bit, of course, with the launch not being till June, but not too far. So anyways, yeah, with that said, let's move on. Kind of wanted to talk. We've been chatting about Fortnite, the family and I, and so it's Tuesday, and you're likely listening to this maybe a day or two later, but they did release today, typical Tuesday update. We got a hot fix, and then we thought we were getting building back, and apparently we're not yet. So the story is, it was kind of rumblings in the community that we were going to get building back today, and then possibly some no build modes. And we were kind of confused when we logged in, because it's like, okay, here's what they're calling the 0 build modes, and we were like, all right, that's cool. That's kind of what we were expecting. Where's normal solo with build? And it's not there. So they got a trailer out. Of course, you can go watch that if you want. But they say on official Fortnite website, Epic Games, 0 build is a pure test of weapon, item, and traversal ability. 0 build can be found in the Discover page as solo, duo, trio, and squads playlist. So they say what we've kind of already been playing with currently is, without building, all players have a recharging overshield as their first line of defense, so you get that extra 50 of shield, and then they say zip up ascenders to access blimps, or use mantling to get the high ground over your opponents. Don't forget to sprint between cover. So everything we've been playing with for since the season started, and I've got I think, let's see here, got an article. This is VGC just kind of saying the same thing. Oh, and by the way, when we logged in today, we kind of mentioned this a little bit in the last Fortnite news video. It looks as though when we logged in today, we saw they have raised $100 million already. So that is just unbelievable. That's crazy. Crazy awesome. So it's just nuts how much the gaming community can donate. It's just, obviously with this, we're buying, and I'm sure it's promoted more purchases, but just talking about just raising money for charity and stuff like that. The gaming community is just nuts with that stuff. It's awesome. So this article I did want to take a look at. Polygon. I don't go to Polygon much anymore, but I was trying to look up when we might be getting building back, and just to confirm that we weren't missing something. But no, I mean, they talk about it in here, just that the removal of building has been popular apparently with the community, and they're it's likely to come back at some point. While no additional modes have been added just yet, it's likely we'll get a standard Battle Royale mode in the very near future, which will add building back into the game officially. However, Epic setting 0 build apart for now probably means that we can expect the mode to stick around for a while. So I don't know if they cite anything, a source or anything on that in here, if it's just speculation. But surely, I mean, it's Fortnite. My kiddo made a joke. It's like, is it just called Night now? Because it's Fortnite. So while I love games and game modes, we like games that you don't have the building aspect. It does kind of set Fortnite apart, and we actually got pretty good at it last season. So we're kind of wanting it back. I don't know if several years ago when I played on and off if I would have said that, but yeah, I mean, we're kind of missing building just a little bit. Of course, we can get it in other modes. We play Team Rumble, and I think that's what it's called. But anyways, we'll kind of see what happens. It's an interesting change in the season, on the season right now. So what do you guys think? Are you playing Fortnite? What do you think about the no building? Do you want to see it come back? Do you want a couple different game modes? Are you fine if no building? Building doesn't come back at all? Just curious what you think. So that's Fortnite news for today. Like I said, they had a hot fix. I believe that was, yeah. We did get, that reminds me, we got the rocket launcher. You can absolutely smoke vehicles, which is excellent because of the tanks that we've mentioned already. And then you can, the resistance needs help deciding whether to assemble the MK7 assault rifle or combat assault rifle. So my kiddo loves the MK, so he would love for that one to come back. So the first weapon to reach 100% funded will swiftly enter the loot pool. This stuff's pretty cool. Obviously, I think they've been doing this kind of stuff for a little while, but it's neat to kind of have interaction in the game like that and vote. We're building what the bus is right now, or they're already in the game actually, but we were doing that, donating to the battle buses, and we actually drive them now. So cool stuff. Of course, comment below. Always appreciate thoughts on any topic we're talking about here in the videos. So kind of random, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, I was talking with a buddy, shout out to Holden, good old pal from the Destiny community. Forsaken, I said Forsaken. How many Destiny random little accidental phrases am I going to have? So Forspoken, which is very close to Forsaken. That game I wanted to talk about a little bit because I am curious about this game. I don't know why maybe an article popped up or something. It came back up on my radar, but it's Square Enix, and this just little snippet of what the story is just sounds super interesting to me. She Will Rise. Forspoken follows the journey of Frey, a young New Yorker transported to the beautiful and cruel land of Athia. In search of a way home, Frey must use her newfound magical abilities to traverse sprawling landscapes and battle monstrous creatures. So, I don't know why, but it sounds super interesting to me. A New Yorker transported to the beautiful and cruel land of Athia. It's just the idea of this person just uplifted out of their modern New Yorker world and dropped into this magical place. The story behind that, you know, I'm sure there's more out there as far as maybe what the actual story is. They don't have a lot on the official site here, but it just seems very interesting. Now, I will say when I first started watching some footage of this over the last week or so, the gameplay, let's see if we can find some here. I don't necessarily want to play the whole video, but I don't think this actually has gameplay. This is kind of the story trailer, which of course we learn more. But yeah, look at the dragon back there. So let's see if we can find, curious if we can, I know another reason I thought about it even more was Game Informer's doing a cover on it. And I don't want to play a ton of their video, of course. Go over to Game Informer's channel if you want to check it out. But at first, the gameplay, you know, when you've played games like your whole life, like I have, I'm sure you can relate. It's like you notice little things about a game that you're just, it's like, well, I don't know how that's going to actually feel when the controller's in my hand and I'm controlling this character. But you look, I don't know how to describe it other than like it's
like the title says, new game.
I don't know, it's like the movement, it's kind of choppy or jarry. It's really probably not the best way to describe it, but I will say,
in the midst of all of that is the city,
it
which
seems
should be this very
like,
lovely. I imagine when people,
a way I used to describe like well, from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, and I eventually got used to Destiny 2. With Destiny 1, I felt like my character had like a weight to him. It just felt like when I ran around, I could feel the weight of my character through the controller. And when we moved to Destiny 2, it was like the characters felt lighter. Like I didn't know how to describe it when we were doing the podcast. It's like they just didn't feel like they had as much weight to them. And I like that feeling. It's like when your character feels heavy, you can feel, it's almost like you can feel the strength that they have, the weight of the character. And when I first watched these videos, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Like, it just feels kind of like paper thin. But I don't know if that's something you can kind of gauge watching a video. But again, I don't go over to Game Informer and check out their content on this. I just watched this video today, but I will say, like, the gameplay looks cool. Like, it looks really cool. The story is what's intriguing me the most. Another thing I'll say is they jump in these menus a lot. They're accessing these menus a lot for the spells, and Then there's some gameplay where they don't so much. I don't know if there's like a quick access where you don't have to. It does look really cool, really neat, and I'm interested to see how it plays. But it does seem weird that you would have to access that radio menu a bunch to do, you know, multiple spells. It looks so cool though. Like look at they talk about it in this video. Look at all the fragment pieces, the particle effects. So I don't know, just kind of a random topic, but I was gonna, if you guys weren't watching this game at all, I was gonna bring it to your attention. We might talk about it more, I'm not sure, but you see what I mean? Like the movement, it's which looks to be the style of the game. It's growing on me though. I think this game has a lot of promise. It's supposed to come out, I believe. Let's look up real quick. I think it's this fall. Forspoken. Yeah, October 11th, 2022. So this fall. Anyways, just kind of a random topic wanted to bring up. I'm curious if you guys are following this game. If you are, let us know what you think of it, if you're looking forward to it. Game releases, you know, used to the fall was when you had to really decide what you were going to play because so many games came out, but now it's year round. I mean, as we experienced in February. So with that said, guys, that's pretty much the gist of it. Just kind of a random video, talk about some different stuff. I did want to bring up, we have been testing our live streaming on YouTube, and we did some more tonight, just trying to make sure everything's working okay. We may start live streaming a bit, and you know, we just kind of were testing it out. Like I said, let's look here. Yeah, tonight we just testing out the new update in Fortnite, and I mean it's our YouTube, you know, basically interface overlay. So it's worked out pretty well. Just if you guys want to check it out, you know, turn on notifications if you want. You'll know when we go live. It's usually kind of evening-ish before it gets close to bedtime and all that good stuff. So anyways, appreciate you checking that out, checking out the channel. Of course, jump in Twitter, Discord. We're chatting in there. Just anything, gaming, news, all the stuff we've mentioned before. So with that said, thanks so much for hanging out, checking out the video. We appreciate all the support. And as usual, until next time, take care.